nothing. The type of thing one can't even dream of. I reckon it's gonna be quite the trip, the type of trip one ain't never seen done. I'ma need me a guide though. This is unfamiliar territory. I've seen others try before and end in somewhat tragic stories. Like in 1892 in Ohio when that fellow was in Holmes County just a walking. Minding his business was all he was doing, and all of a sudden there was all this talking. They just couldn't stand to see a Negro finally taking a trip. They snatched him and strung him up so fast like time was just a blitz. See, that's why I need a little help along the way to know which way to go, to find where it is safe to stay and things that I should know. Like telling me that pride comes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. I can listen to that kind of instruction and stay humble with it all. My friend said the blind that lead the blind could fall into a hole in the ground. I need a guide that has the sight to help my mind stay sound. The wicked birth sin and mischief too and lies like a hollowed out pit. My guide told me that mess comes back on their own head with violence on top of it. My guide makes sure I got everything I need and I ain't lacking nothing. He tells me about resting places called green pastures and he says that I would love it. He leads me in the paths of righteousness and keeps me out of danger. Even when I walk through the valleys and the shadows, his word is a lamp so I don't follow no strangers. He tells me where I can sit at a table and throws down, even in the face of all who are against me. Something about that place he dwells in must be special because he has his posse ready to defend me. He said, keep this guide with you and use it as your identification. I suppose mentioning the name of my guide is needed. He said the principal value is its completeness, so no half-stepping and representing his word in totality must be heeded. I almost slipped my mind to tell you what got me started in this direction. I reckon it was what happened to one family that got me fired up and expecting. It was that one guy who was with child, and they made her have that baby in the livestock. Put him in the feeding trough to sleep and made her pillows out of hard rocks. Well, I guess that wouldn't have been too tragic if they hadn't lynched that baby years later. But once again, he was special in saving the world while the world was full of haters. You know, they say he raised on up and headed just where I'm going. I believe in that kind of power and I'm gonna see myself even though I'm already knowing. My guide speaks of that place where the whole city is made of beautiful stones, built on the foundation of the Lord Almighty, a place I can call home. Where the light of the world keeps me every step of the journey, and there nothing evil is all around. The vacation without aggravation, that becomes the lifestyle I have found. And I'm told my name is on the guest list from the moment I believed. I'm mighty tired, but I won't give up the journey because the satisfaction is guaranteed.
Hey. Woo.
Thank you. This song is called Can't Give Up Now. Somebody got the music? No, we got it. It's all right. It's all right. I'm singing a cappella. It's all right. Some of you may be familiar with this song, so feel free to sing along. There will be mountains that I will have to climb, and there will be battles that I will have to fight, but victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Never said there wouldn't be trials, never said I wouldn't part, never said that everything would go the way I wanted to go. But when my back is against the wall and I feel the hope is gone, I just lift my head up to the sky and say, help me to be strong. Oh, I just can't give up now. I come too far from where I started from. The road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Can you sing that one more time? Say, I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. No one said it would be easy. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. If you believe it, say, I don't believe, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Say it one last time. I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me.
Amen.
I want to break, before Joe comes to the mic, Brian, do you mind if I bring you up next to talk about your career and how you feel about coming home?
A third of the population of the South is of the Negro race. No enterprise seeking the material, civil, and moral welfare of this section can disregard this element of our population and achieve the highest success. I but convey to you, Mr. President and Directors, the sentiments of the masses of my people when I say that in no way has the manhood and value of the American Negro been more generously and fittingly recognized than by the managers of this magnificent exposition. It is a recognition that will do more to cement the friendship between the races than any other occurrence since the dawn of freedom. And not only this, but the opportunities here afforded will awaken among us a new era of industrial progress. Ignorant and inexperienced, it is not strange that we began our new life at the top instead of the bottom, and a seat in Congress or the state legislature held more attraction than seeking real estate or industrial skills. A ship lost at sea for many days suddenly sighted a friendly vessel. From the mast of the unfortunate vessel ran a signal, "Water, water, we die of thirst." And at once the answer came back from the vessel, "Cast down your bucket where you are." A second signal ran from the distressed vessel, "Water, water, send us water." And was answered, "Cast down your bucket where you are." A third and fourth signal was answered, "Cast down your bucket where you are." And last, the captain of the distressed vessel, he and jumped, cast his bucket down and a fresh water came up from the mouth of the Amazon River. To those of my race who would depend on bettering their condition in a foreign land and underestimate the importance of cultivating friendly relations with the white man who is their next door neighbor, I say, cast down your bucket where you are. Cast down in making friends in every manly way among all people of all races by whom you are surrounded. Cast it down in agriculture, in mechanics, in commerce, in domestic service, and in the professions. And in this connection, it is well to bear in mind that whatever sins the South may be called to bear, when it comes to business, pure and simple, it is in the South that the Negro is given a man's chance in the commercial world. And in nothing else has this exposition been more eloquent than emphasizing this chance. To those of the white race who would depend on the incoming of those of foreign tongues, of foreign birth and strange tongues and habits for the prosperity of the South, where I permitted I would repeat what I say to my race. Cast down your bucket where you are. Cast it down among the 8 million Negroes whose habits you know, and whose love and fidelity you have tested in the days when to have proven treacherous meant the ruin of your fireside. Casting your bucket down among my people, helping them and encouraging them as you are doing on this land, you will find they will till your fields, clear your forests, build your cities and railroads, and run your factories. And while doing this, you will be surrounded by the most patient, faithful, law-abiding citizens that the world has seen. Casting your bucket down among my people, helping them with an education of head, hand, and heart, you will find they will help in there. There's no protection from any of us that the law of changes justice bind oppressor with oppressed. As close as sin and suffering join, we march to fate abreast. Thank you.